Okay. Vita. Let me show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that Texas. What's the deal? Happy Easter. Big boss hog. Boss dog. Cake poke through the dough. Hit the top this box. Boy on his way to the gym. Now, peep game. Shout out to PBC. That was a banging card. Pause. No diddy. I liked everything about that card, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what boxing's all about. You know what I mean? That's the best card I've seen this year. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more. You know, but that was a good card. You know what I'm saying? Good fights. I mean, that boy Erislandy Lara, you know, Erislandy Lara, bro, crafty. Right? Crafty. And he just set that up so clean to land that two, and that was it. You know, Mike Zarafa was doing a good job being aggressive, but anyway, I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, right? Let's talk about it. So Tim Tszyu, before I get into, you know, the fight, I want to say this. Shout out to Tim Tszyu. He's a warrior. That's all I got to say. And a true champion. He lost with class. He didn't complain. He didn't, you know, argue. He didn't do nothing. He lost with class, right? You know what I mean? And he accepted it. I saw him tweet and, you know, and at Sebastian Fundora and, you know, gave him credit, you know, and, you know, he didn't say, hey, I want a rematch or nothing like that. He said, I'll be back. You know what I mean? So, much respect to Tim Tszyu. He, like I said, he lost with class and, you know, he's a warrior. You know, he earned my respect. Even in his defeat, he earned my respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. I respect warriors. I respect dudes, you know what I mean? I respect dudes that conduct themselves in that manner. I respect fighters that conduct themselves in that manner. Tim Tszyu is a warrior, and he earned my respect. He ain't running for no smoke. He forever, you know, have my respect. And that's just what it is. When it comes down to the fight, I didn't like the decision, okay? And I posted that on YouTube. I don't mean I don't like decision that I don't like Sebastian Fundora won. I feel like the fight should have been stopped. The reason why I feel like the fight should have been stopped earlier is because of the elbow. Early on, Tim Tszyu was doing a good job of going to the body, head, right? Doing a good job of countering Sebastian Fundora. And, you know, next thing you know, he gets this cut on the top of his head. I've never seen nobody get no cut on the top of their head. that was crazy. But he gets this cut on the top of his head. Now he bleeding. And it's kind of, you know, messing with his vision a little bit. You see Tim Tszyu actively, like, wiping the blood out of his face. You know what I mean? During the course of the rounds. Fundora did a good job of using his jab and boxing, right? And, you know, Tim Tszyu did a good job of countering. You know what I mean? It was an extremely close fight. You know, I had it a draw. I'm not going to lie to you. I had it a draw. But I can see ways why they can say, hey, Tim Tszyu won. Or, you know, or I can see ways how they say Sebastian Fundora won. It just depends on what you were looking at. You know what I mean? What you were looking for. You know what I'm saying? But Fundora did a good job using his jab. The jab, you know, is a punch. It's landing. It's going to be scored. And he did a good job of using it. So, overall, like I say, good fight. Entertaining fight. I just didn't like the decision as far as when I'm talking about, you know, Tim Tszyu bleeding out, you know, the top of his head. I ain't never seen nothing like that. See, I watched out. I ain't never seen. That's weird. But hey, it is what it is. It's boxing. You know, you got to figure it out. You know, and Tim was trying to figure it out, and you know, when you got a gallon of blood trickling into your eyes, I mean, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Fundora was bleeding out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? In which I'm gonna make a separate video about that. Fundora was bleeding out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And You know, I'm sorry. I'm 6'6". There's no way you're going to be touching me. Like, you're going to be landing any shots in my face. Pause. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you're going to be punching me, bro. I'm sorry. I'm staying long. Pause. You know what I mean? Staying long, using the jab, and, you know, I'm scoring that way. You know what I mean? There's no reason why this person should be getting on the inside. Pause. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, man, it's just, overall, it's an entertaining fight. It's just, I think if Tim Tszyu didn't have that cut, and I don't like talking like this, bro, but I gotta keep it 1,000. I think Tim would have got Fundora. You know what I mean? That's just real talk. That's what I think. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen. I can't say if, myths, and dips. All I'm gonna say is this. So congratulations to Sebastian Fundora. Took this fight on short notice. I think it's 12 days notice. And he was victorious. You know, that's the heart of a true champion. And I respect him for that. You know what I mean? He got knocked out the last fight. He bounced back, came back, and was able to be victorious. And now he's a unified champion at 154 pounds. And he's possibly finna get a big fight with Errol Spence. You know what I mean? According to his promoter. So, I'm about to drop a separate video about that. You know, but congratulations to Sebastian Fundora. Congratulations to Tim Tszyu. He's a warrior. Both these guys are warriors. They laid it out in the ring. Like I said, I scored it a draw, but I can see how, depending on what you're looking for, you know what I mean? How you can say this fighter won or this fighter won. You get what I mean? So much respect to both these guys, and I just want to see what's next for Tim. Tim, what they could do is, like they planned on doing, make that Erickson Lubin Tim Tszyu fight. I know Erickson Lubin is the mandatory for the WBC belt, right? But Errol Spence possibly about to get this fight. So what they're probably gonna do is probably gonna make Erickson Lubin fight again, and why not against Tim Tszyu? They were supposed to fight anyway. That's a good fight. That's a good scrap. Let's see. And it sucks for Erickson Lubin because, that's a guy who, he trying to climb back to the top. So, but I tell Erickson, hey, fight Tim Tszyu, kind of mandatory. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is. So, much respect to, these guys, man. All these guys fighting. Much respect to all of them. Great night of boxing, though. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let's go.